Hello guys, welcome to Matrix Engineers. In this video I'm going to show you how to insert data into database using PHP. The database is MySQL, and the things that you have to know, we are going to create a form on different pages where you have to fill the first form and you click next, second form you click next. That form is going to have next or previous. After the last form you will get submit button. Guys, now let us start. So now here we are going to create a new folder. So we have to create it in htdocs. So let's call it info. So guys, this is a folder that you are going to use. So after that, let's create a form. Let's use this file index.php. So now guys, we are going to start to write our codes. Let's use boilerplate. So to get the basic codes, so here is where we're going to start to write our codes. So guys, now let's start to write the form. So now here what you're going to do, we will need to use the CSS and the JavaScript. So let us start. Let's use div class. Let's call it form container. Let's remove this. So this is a form container. So after that we are going to create a form. So let's use the form ID. Form ID is going to be multi-page form. Let's call it multi-page form. So after that you need the action. I will submit data. So let's call it submit.php, where we write our backend code. So method, let's use host. So guys, now let's use a field set class. Let's call it form page. And let's use active, because this will be active page or active. I'm not active, and we have to provide the page ID. So ID equal, let's call it page 1. So after that, put the space. So after that, let's use a regent, and let's use a employee information. For example, employees information. So here we have to close our region. So now we are going to start with label. So label, this label is going to be Let's make it label for for example, label for name. So let's write names. So now let's close label. So after that, we are going to create a use input type text. So ID name and name equal name. Let's use name, no problem. Name equal name. So name equal name, and it is required. So after that, you are going to create a label for email, for example. Let's copy this. So this for email, this for email, and the input type text ID equal email, and the name equal email. So and so after that, what we need now is let's put other things on the next page. For example, let's remove this. So let's use div class. We're going to add the button here for moving to the next page or back. So div class, let's call it button container. Button container. So after that, what you're going to do, let's write a button type equal button. So let's use on a click, for example, is going to be equal to next page. So for next page, so we have to use these braces. So we have to include here page 1. Let me show you this page 1. So we have to move on page 2, and after that we have to add next then you close the button. So after that, let's close div. So now let's close our field set. So now after that, you are going to move on second page. So on the second page, Let's use a comment. Page 2. For example, this is going to be address. So guys, now let's declare the field set for address. Field set class equal, make it form page, and the ID is going to be equal to page 2. Equal page 2. This page 2. So guys, now have it to close. So after closing that, what you're going to do is to use the legend also. Let's use the legend, and we will have to specify that this is for address. That's a problem. This for address. Let's close our legend. So now let's create a label. For address. Let's write address. Label for address. So let's add address. Sorry. What we need is this. So then we call label. So now guys, here we are going to use the text area. No problem. So let's use text area. For text area, ID is going to be equal address, and name is going to be equal address, and it is required. So we have to close our text area. So now what we need, we have also to add the button for next and previous. Next or previous. So guys, let's write for button. So let's declare the div for button. Class is going to be equal. It's also button container. So now we close, and now what you're going to do, you're going to define a button, or to write a button, not to define. Button type equal button, and we are going to do this prev. So let's use on click is going to be, let's make it prev page. So here let's use brace. So we have to move on from page 2, page 2, page 1, page 1. So guys, now here you're going to add the previous button. So we are also going to add next button. So let's copy this, Ctrl Z. So let's use this. So button type on click, this is going to be next. Have it use a small next page, and this is gonna be page 2 to page 3. So this have it to be next. So after that we are going to close div. So guys, now what you're going to do, you're going to close our field set. So now you're going to know, for example, as an employee, it can she can or he can have career. So let's add career, for example. Let me use a comment. So page, we are going on page 3. It's going to be career details. So now guys, follow it. Let's use a field set class is a form page. And the ID is going to be page 3. Cool. Page 3, this. So guys, now let's close. Let's use a regent. It's a career. Career details. Details. So let's close our regent. So now we are going to create a label for, it's going to be position, for example, position. So now I have to use position. Let's use a capital letter here. So after that, have it to close label, and you're going to use the input type. So equal input type equal text, and ID equal position. ID position, and the name equal position. So now it is required So now what you're going to do, you're going to copy this. Let's copy this and let's use it here. Label for, let's use label for example, label for salary, for example. So let's put here salary. So input type is going to be input type equal number, and the ID is the salary. So name salary. So it is also required. Now we're going to add the div for button, div class. Let's call it button container again. Container. So guys, button that you are going to use now is a button for previous or submit. So let's do it. So button type equal button. So on click, you are going to use Prev page. This for previous. On click is the Prev page, and let's use this. So here we need page 3. We are on page 3. Have to go on page 2. So we have to add here button for previous, and we close. So we are also going to use a button for submit. Button type equal submit, and we need submit. So let's close our button. Guys, now let's run our code and see. Let's open XAMPP to run PHP. This is how you create a database. So now let's use localhost/info. Guys, you see, but here there is a problem. But you still need JavaScript. Don't worry. You still need to change something. Let's check on address, region address. So for address, still have some issue. Label for address. Let's use, have to remove this. So guys, this page will come alone, and this will come alone, and this will come alone. So let's refresh. So guys, when we click here, we will get this, and when we click here, we will get this. When we click this, we get this. When we click here, we get this. So we are going to customize it with JavaScript. So for JavaScript, what you are going to write, you are going to write JavaScript. So let's add the script here. So for this script, let's declare function. Let's use next page. So it's going to be current, let's call it current page ID. Next page ID. So here, what we need on this function, have it to open these curly braces. So let's use document dot get element by ID. So we need a current page ID. So let's use dot class list dot remove. So this active, let me show you this active. So after that, we are also going to use document dot get element by ID. So we are going to use next page ID dot let's use a class list dot add. So have it use active also, active. So guys, after that, have it to save. So we have it to declare also another function for next page or for previous. This is for next page. You are going to define the function for previous page. So function for previous page, function for previous page is prev page. So this prev page. So here we need the current page ID and prev page ID. Prev page ID. So now we have it to open this brace and have it use document dot get element by ID. This will separate the page. So here we need the current page ID, dot class list dot, you're going to use the remove function. So here have it right active, and after that we have it use a document dot get element by ID. So here I'm going to use Prev page ID dot add. So have it use active. So guys, now after that we have it to close JavaScript. Script this and this. So let's reload our page and see. So now what we need now is we also need to add you're going to add you're going to add also style. So let's do it. Let's add the style. You see we have card set UTF-8 meta name. Here we have it use UTF-8 and the meta name. Let's change this. I'm going to make it let's address this. Let's use meta name. Let's make it viewport, but you have it here. Have it here, no problem. But let's use and viewport meta name ETF. So let's remove this description, no problem. So title, let's call it employee. Information, form. So now what you're going to do is use here what you're going to do, you're going to add a style. So we need to add style. So let's close this. So for style, what we have to add, you are going to customize everything for that JavaScript to work. So let's use body. Body, for example. Let's use the font family. It's going to be Arial and sans serif. Let's make it sans serif. So after that, let's add margin. Let's make it 0, and let's add padding. So padding is going to be 0 also, and we need border box sizing. Yes, box sizing is going to be border box, and we need the background color. Let's make it for example, let's use this. Let's use this F2, no problem. Background color. This is background color for the form. So here we are going to add the form container. So let's use dot because it's for class form container. So now it's going to be form container. So let's make it width is going to be, let's use 60%, no problem, but you can resize as you need. So margin is going to be, let's make it 50 pixel, and it's gonna be auto. So we also need to add a background color. Let's make it for example this F. Let's use F, no problem, but you can change it, no problem. So for padding we need, for example, 20 pixel. So now we need border radius. Border radius is going to be, let's use 80 pixels, and we need box shadow. Let's make it 0, 0, 10 pixels, and let's add RGB. Let's use A. So let's make it 0, 0, 0. So let's make it 0, and let's add 1, for example. So it's a shadow effect. So now what you're going to deal with, you're going to deal with a form container. Now we finish form container. We are going on form page. So let's use dot form page. So for our form page, so form page display, let's use none. So after that, we are going to on form page with active dot form page dot active. So display is going to be in a block, no problem. So for heading 2, let's use margin it's gonna be 0, no problem. So after margin, you are going on label, so on label we are going to display it in a block, label. So on label, what you're going to do, display in the block. So margin bottom, you need the margin bottom, let's make it 5px. So now what you're going to do, you're going to deal with the input. So on input, what you're going to do, you have to use type. So type is going to be equal text, and for email input, so type is going to be email, for example, and for number input type is going to be equal to number. So now what we need here, we need a text area. So on the text area, what we need now is let's use width, which is going to be, let's use calc, let's use 100 percentage, let's use 100 percentage plus 20 px. So you can adjust it, no problem. So padding, let's make it 8 px, and margin bottom is going to be 10 px, no problem. So after that, let's add border. Border is going to be 1 px, but save it to be solid. Let's use this CC 3. So now you're going to need border radius. So border radius is going to be 4 px, and let's add the box sizing, and it's going to be border box also. So guys, now we are going on button. Let's go on button. So button. So on button, what we need is a background. So background color, it's going to be, let's use 007B FF, no problem, for blue, and color is going to be white. So let's use padding. So padding is going to be 10 px or 20 px. So border is going to be 9, and let's add the border radius. What was it? Sorry. Border radius is going to be 4 px. Let's use this. And what we need now, we need the cursor pointer. So sorry, and you need a margin right. It's going to be 10 px. So now what we need the button here. Button hover. So button hover. So on button hover, we need, what we need on button hover is a background color, and let's make it it's gonna be, so let's make it 0056B3, no problem. This for dark shade. And we also need to add button container. Here I use dot button container. It's gonna be, let us see. For button container, what we need now is a margin top So margin top, it make it 20 px, and text align is gonna be right. So let's deal with we will need a table to retrieve data that we saved. So let's use the but we don't need that right now. So let us see if some changes. So you see now, guys, this is where we can do next. What about the previous, guys? So let us click on button codes. So let's check on button codes. On our carrier details. So this for address, we have a button, page 1, 2, page 3, page 2, page 1. No problem. But on our carrier details, we have page 3 and page 2. So no problems. So guys, this because it's something that we don't have. But what you're going to do now, it's in JavaScript. It is active at crap. So here we don't have dot class list. So we have it to add it, guys. So now you see, let's refresh. Next, previous. So guys, you see now it's functioning well. So now what you're going to do, you're going to write the code of inserting data. So let's call it submit as we did. So let's write it. So here what you're going to do, we are going to create a database. Let's create a database local/phpMyAdmin. Let's call it, let's call it employees, and the table is going to be, table name is going to be, let's call it employee, and you need the 4 fields, no problem. So here we need the ID 11 character, and it must have it to be auto increment with a primary key, no problems. Now what we need now here, we need the name, var character, let's use 255. So here you need the email, var 255, and here we need let's make it 12, no problem. So Now let's save our table. You see now it is empty. So guys, you're going to write the code for inserting data into database. Let's call it submit .php. So now let's start with the PHP. PHP. Have to add this. So guys, we are going to start by creating a database connection. So let's declare this. Let's use this database connection. So now let's use $, server name, equal the problem. Use this and see. I think it's not issue. Let's start by writing connection database connection. So here let's use server name equal localhost. So username is root, password is empty, no problem, and the DB name is employees. This employees. So now guys, so this is a connection. This is where we're going to create a connection and the DB name. So now if we are going to check a connection, have it use this message, have it right here, connection failed. So here we have it to close this, So after that you are going to fetch data. So you're going to fetch from data, fetch from data. So now what you're going to do is let's use $, $, name equal post, and we are going to need name this we have here. Yeah. So after that, you're going to add email. We need to add here address. Address, and here we're going to need position. Position. So here we need to add salary. Salary equal cost salary. So we are going to insert data. So we need SQL, which is going to be equal insert into employee, this table, this employee, where we have name, email, address, position, and salary. So values is going to be equal to values. Have to delete this and bring it here also. Values, have to use this, copy this, first name, so it's a name, not first name. Copy this email, so you can write it, no problem, but it is this. So email, so we need address, we need, sorry, after address we need the position, and salary. So guys, now we finish. So now we are going to need to check if it's a true. So let's use if data inserted. Let's use this condition. If connection equal true. If connection query is equal true, you are going to add to go on index this page. We have to return on index. So let's use header. Let's use header. So location index dot php. So let's close this. So here is a message can display error. So here can you add dot slash SQL and use dot also. Let's add break line. Choose BR. So dot also to remove that error. So guys, we have to close this. So now let's close the connection. Have to write is con close. So guys, now let's run the application and see. So let's start by writing names Urukundo, matrix, email, it's var at gmail.com. So next, address Kigali, Rwanda. Next, position, network engineer, salary, 2M. Then submit. So have error unknown column address in field list. So insert into employees on line 19. So let's check on line 19. Address. So let's see. Address. So let's see. Address. So let's return on PHP index. So guys, I'm sorry. So text area, ID, name, address. Address. It is required. That's a problem. Let's check in a database. So it is not in a database. So let's add it. So after email, we must have address. So let's insert. So not after phone. Let's add it after email. Let's call it address, and it is variable character. So let's save it. So guys, now let's run application. Localhost /info. So guys, let's start. Urukundo matrix. Email, it's var@gmail.com. Next address, it's Kigali. So next position, systems integrator, and the salary, let's say 12. So submit, and in noun field position. So what's a problem? Position. We don't have it also in a database, so but we need it after address. We needed to add it position, the very character to. So I'm sorry for that. So guys, be patient. Localhost /info. Guys, rate to it Kondo matrix var@gmail.com, address Kigali, and position systems integrator, salary 10. Submit, unknown column salary in the field. What is the problem? I know we have it. Position, we use a phone, so we have to change this. Use phone, so it's salary. So guys, Urukundo matrix, email is var@gmail.com, address Kigali, and position systems integrator, salary. Now the data is inserted into database table. You see, Urukundo matrix, Kigali, system integrator. This, guys, this is how we can do with next or previous pages. We can also insert again. Let's, for example, use John M email. Let's use this, but you can do previous. You see, address Rwanda. You see, you can do previous, guys, Rwanda. So next position is sysadmin, salary, submit. You see now, guys, you see, guys, this is how we do previous and the next and submit. for different forms page. Guys, do subscribe if you are more interested, and I'm sorry for that, and you will get some source code on the video description. Thank you guys, do subscribe.